Hey, this is Taylor here at Truck World RVA. Today we're going to take some time and look at this 2016 Kenworth T370. It has a 14-foot Adkins service body on it, a 10,000-pound Autocrane with a 25-foot two-stage hydraulic extension, a couple sets of drawers. It does have a Miller Big Blue 500 welder on the other side. It's a PX9 powered truck made to do an Allison automatic transmission. It does have air ride rear. It is a 33,000 GVWR, so it does require a CDL to drive. Little under 230,000 miles, little under 11,000 total engine hours on it. Hydraulic outriggers, hydraulic compressor. Very nicely equipped truck all the way around. The goal of these videos, as always, is to show you everything about the truck as if you were here looking at it in person. So the first half of the video, we're going to go around the exterior of the truck. I'm going to point out any cosmetic imperfections that I find. We'll look inside all the bins, underneath the chassis as well. In the second half of the video, we will do a cold start, drive the truck just down the cul-de-sac here, and then we'll run all of the equipment on it. I'm going to try my best to point out everything on the truck, show how all the equipment works, point out any cosmetic imperfections. If there's anything you want more close-up pictures, videos, or information on, feel free to call or text anytime at 804-716-8487. I'm happy to send any more information that might be helpful. I want expectation and reality to perfectly align. So my hope is that you know everything about the truck by the time this video is through. We'll start with the cab here. Have some areas of paint failure right along this bottom edge of the door. Really minor, but still worth pointing out. Really no other chips, dents, scratches that I see on the cab. Back of the cab is clean. Top of the cab is clean. Air ride seat. The bottom has been recovered. It's a new seat bottom that we just put on it. Cushion is in good shape. It has plenty of cushion on the side. Sometimes when they get ripped, the cushions pull out. This one has plenty of cushion in it. There's a legacy truck seat. Wireless remote for the crane. You do have your battery disconnect down there. The truck batteries are located under the passenger seat. Locking rear and air ride rear, Allison push button. All your toggles for your bed power, your crane power. It's a 350 horse PX9 Allison 3000 transmission. Sorry, the phone's a little wobbly there. It's trying to balance and hold the phone at the same time. I just need to push that piece of trim back in so it goes over on the inside of the door. This truck does have new tires all the way around, so they're matching Falcons, Drive, and Steers. Previous tires were just worn and needed replaced, so they're now brand new. Don't know if I mentioned it, the truck did come out of Carolina, where it lived its entire life. You have some little chips around the front headlight, some chips here in the grille surround. So as a Carolina truck, obviously there is no rust on it, as you could see from the undercarriage earlier, and just some more rock chips kind of scattered all along the front of the truck. No rust inside any of the service body compartments, no rust on the undercarriage or the bed floor. Some of that's just tree sap on there. All the rock chips are really on the front around the headlights. You have your steps on the passenger side here. Passenger side of the cab is clean. Headliner's in good shape. The bed is a 14-foot Adkins service body. They're made in Charlotte, North Carolina. Most of the cat and deer dealers around here run Adkins. I find that people that aren't in this region aren't as familiar with them. They've been around a long time. They make a really nice bed. It still has the factory paint, so you will see on the other side as well, along this bin seam, is where most of the paint failure is kind of concentrated there. The doors and most of the rest of the body are in really good shape. Did not warrant a full repaint. There's not even really any chips on it. It's just kind of centered in this seam here. This is your torch compartment on the passenger one side. You have your easy track inside of it to secure your torch bottles in place. Really good way to secure torch bottles. All the gas shocks are tight, all the door seals are good. All the doors close, latch, lock, and seal as they should, and we do have the bin keys. All the compartments have interior LED lighting inside of the doors. It's one feature of Adkins that I really like. It lights up not only the compartment, but also your working space outside. There's exterior lighting along the bed as well. We'll look into the lighting a little bit more later on in the video when we do the demo. Inside the passenger 2 compartment, you have 4 sets of shelves in here. And again, compartments are all solid, watertight, and no rust in any of them. Passenger 3 compartment, equipped the same way. 4 total sets of shelves. Some stuff we still need to take out of there. This is just some grease mark here on the bed. The wheel well compartment does have 1 sliding shelf on the bottom. Hasn't been used in a while, so it slides all right. Just needs, probably need a little grease in there. This spring is broken on this side. The spring is tight on this side. Bed was manufactured around the same time as the truck. A couple chips there over the bed tag. We'll look up in the wheel well too. So again, totally dry. There's no rust, not even really surface rust on the undercarriage. It's the benefit of a truck from down south. A couple little dings. There's 1 ding here, and a couple chips along there. The rear of the bed, this corner, looks to have had some touch-up put on it at some point. The bumper as well. I mean, it's as bumpers get, there's lots of little rock chips and paint wear along the bumper. This is just kind of built up dirt and grime there. The deck of the bumper does have fresh bed liner on it, but just the rear of the truck along the bumper is chipped as they get. Working vise. Both outriggers, both sides hydraulically extend as well as go hydraulic up and down. This is your diverter valve, so you send flow to the crane by doing that. That would be outrigger operation. It does have a hydraulic tool circuit as well. Switch for that. And then this compartment, other than that, has 1 shelf and is fairly open. Does have the supports for the crane. This is for your hydraulic tools out of the back right here. The bed has the master slide lock, so you can push this in and put a padlock through it and lock all the bins at once down the entire side. You can also lock them individually, of course. They're all keyed the same way. One thing I like about Adkins as well is they built a really large work deck bumper. There's a ton of laydown space on the bumper to work off of. This one in particular has a sliding drawer set in it, so your tools don't get lost inside of the bumper that slides all the way out. You have your steps along the back. Then inside of the bed, you have some easy track down the side. Top mounted toolbox there. 2 hose reels ran in tandem with each other for the compressor. And then your big blue 500 welder. Again, it's an Autocrane 10,006. It's about a 24/6 2-stage hydraulic extension, and then 10,000 pound maximum lifting capacity. You have a little bit of chipping along the side of the box. Small dent down here. You can see where that door is just pushed in slightly. Nice set of drawers. The driver rear compartment. These are Adkins brand drawers. Not to go on about Adkins beds, but another thing I like about them is you can call them and get in touch with somebody in like 1 minute, never any hold times, and any spare parts, drawers, slides, grips that you need. You know, I've ordered them before and they're here in like 2 days, so they're really easy to deal with. Any of the bed parts that you might need, really easy to get. Some more chipping over the driver wheel well, kind of all along the wheel well there, running down the side here as well. Driver wheel well compartment has one shelf up top and then 3 little divided spaces underneath. Another feature that I want to note is you do have the rail system on the top, so you never have to drill holes in your bed. All your bed accessories are mounted to these rails. That helps obviously with water intrusion. Some more chipping along the edge of this door. And another wide set of drawers inside this compartment. They left some space underneath for storage, which I like. Obviously drawers are nice. It seems like everybody wants to run them all the way to the bottom. It's nice you have space underneath it there to actually use. The springs in these are all good. They slide fairly easily. And a little bit of space up top. Underneath the welder, you have one large open compartment. And then again, the welder is a Big Blue 500 Pro. 55.29 on the hours. Runs as it should. Obviously it's a diesel welder. Compressor works as it should as well. 2240 hours on it. It makes an insane amount of air. Again, we'll run that later on in this video. Right now I'm going to hop in the truck and take it for a drive. If you have any questions at this point, feel free to call or text 804-716-8487. 229, 891 on the miles. Let's wait for the hours to pull up. 10,818 on the hours. Again, it's 350 horse, PX9, Allison 3000 auto. This truck's been fully serviced. Everything works on it like it should. Anything we notice that needs done, we take care of. If you'd like a full list of all the parts and labor that just went into the truck, happy to send that over to you. We use all OEM parts, and again, anything we find that needs addressed, we take care of. The goal is for it to be turnkey, ready to go on the road and work from day one. Does have the factory exhaust brake as well. I didn't have that on, but that works great. So before we run the crane, let's look at the lighting on the truck. As I mentioned, all of the compartments have interior LED lighting to light up the compartments as well as your workspace. You have some exterior work lights as well, all the way around the truck. Here's a shot of the load chart, 10,000 pound capacity, 24 foot, 6 inch, 2-stage hydraulic extension. 2 more work lights on the rear. And then more interior work lights. The only compartment that doesn't have it is the small one underneath the welder. And then 1 more mounted on the side of the compressor as well. Again, this is your diverter valve, so pulled back, it will run the outriggers. Both sides extend hydraulically. Pretty far extension as well. So nice wide base on the outriggers. That's with them fully extended. Now to run the crane, all you do is switch this in the forward position. Now your hydraulics are all right. So you have your status set to 100 speed. You can adjust the speed as well on here by holding the speed button over and then pushing this up or down. It will change your max speed on the crane. It's individually proportioned, so depending on how hard you press the button is how fast the crane will operate. Most of what I'll do in this video is going to be full speed operation. I'm going to swing this crane around, let it down, and unshackle the pulley block so we can run it out to its full extension. Very quick winch. Winch cable's in great shape. All the buttons are labeled so you know exactly what you're doing. Two block works. Hit the 2 block and it locked me out. I'll let the winch down a little bit more. It's your maximum extension out to almost 20 feet, or 25 feet, I'm sorry. And you can see if I just barely press the button here, you can slowly move the crane, so you can really feather the crane, control the speed. I don't know if you can ever see this in the video, but the wear pads are in good shape. Underneath all the extension cylinders. Plenty of thickness left on those. Again, if the operation's too jerky, you can always dial the speed back. In addition to being able to control the speed off the buttons, it can be helpful sometimes just to dial that max speed back as well, especially on the rotate when you're fully extended. If you don't let off the button nicely, you can knock that hook around on the end. also controls your compressor. So you're going to go ahead and hit the aux button here. Already built up to max pressure. The compressor will stay running basically to keep it at pressure in cycles. Once you hit max, it'll hold about 50 psi even with the tank open. Turn it off like so. Turn the entire truck off as well from the remote. Turn it back on. I'm gonna go over here and switch to compressor, or I'm sorry, outriggers. I don't know if it'll idle up off the remote as well. So it's just wired to do on and off from the remote. Even at idle, you have plenty of flow to run your hydraulics. With your outriggers fully stowed. So that about wraps up the demo video. Once again, it's a 2016 Kenworth T370, PX9, Allison Auto, air ride rear. Really nicely equipped truck. I can't think of anything else you might want to add to it. Between the welder, the compressor, the crane, it's pretty well fully equipped. But feel free to call or text 804-716-8487 if you have any questions. Again, this is Taylor at Truck World RBA. This is all we buy and sell. I have lots of other options available. All different kinds of configurations and chassis, any sort of mechanic truck you could be looking for. If I don't have it listed, I have it on the way in, I'm sure. So call or text anytime. Thanks again for watching this video.